Hello, this is Steve Schwartz with the TradingRoom.com TradeLAB review for December 23rd of 2013. I'm with my good friend, colleague, and global trader for RiosQuant, Edward Preston. Very important that you see and read this disclosure statement, as well as go to RiosQuant.com. Click the link at the bottom if you want to read the full disclosure, which is a full page. Please do. We encourage it. Understand that everything that you've seen in our TradeLAB today is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as any form of advisory service. So with that, I'm going to give the screen back to EP. Let me ask you, EP, how have you done today? Let us know. Give us a good heads up. Thanks.
Having fun. Good intro. Thanks, Steve. In fact, as we speak, you guys will see it. I'm actually putting a live trade on gold. And I'll start there. Today, wasn't really sure what we're gonna get out of the markets. A lot of people taking the time off because we got a holiday, obviously, on Wednesday, and so we just kind of, as we always do, take what the market gives us. And today, the market started out strong. The markets actually opened up stronger, specifically the stock markets in the Sunday session through the London session. And stock market opened up today in the secondary bull zone. Stock market did. So as the stocks were up here threatening to go higher, the gold actually started to sell off. So gold was one of the laggards this morning. We'll flash this up on the screen early on to measure the macros and the micros and try to look at the market sentiment and try to identify what the market sentiment is, which will help us identify what markets to trade. So this gold this morning, even though I got the RQ channels up, this was a bar, or rather a trade that qualified based off of the rules of Gnostic. Had it close back into the bear, so there's the bull, back into the bear with the close, with a 5, which shows me that the strength was high, and took this market down. I think I had 2 lots on this one, took it down to the first level of support, and then locked in the profits if it was to come back, which obviously, boy, did it ever. Could have actually bought it based on a condition over here, another 5 accelerator as we're breaking back into the bull territory, which ended up going almost to the first level of resistance. And now look what's happened. It's actually turned back negative again. In fact, look at the risk-reward ratio on this bar that just closed with the 5. You've got yourself a 2.5 ratio, risking 1 to make 2. So again, there's a live trade just kind of showing you how it sets up and how they qualify. Let's switch gears to another market. This market was a soybeans trade that's actually on as we speak, going for my second target. It'd be nice to see this hit while we're doing this live. This was a setup with a couple of channels. I want you guys to recognize that we're breaking down when the market reopens at 9:30. This electronic market did. This market reopened at 9:30, and you can see that this market took out a couple of channels there. There's a 2, there's a 7. I've got my first target at the first Gnostic level, and my second target, I could actually just go 1 tick off of it, which we should do. You don't want to keep your targets right on the level. Keep it a little bit off of it. Because remember, your limit orders have to strike through in order to be entitled to a fill. And this is great because what's happening here is we're getting some momentum into the top of the hour on this grain trade. And again, this is wheat. Along with wheat, I traded soybeans today. One of our traders in the room, got to give him props, Kevin D, called this out. He said, hey, EP, take a look. You got a breakdown happening on wheat. You got a 5 accelerator coming in. Just like I showed you guys in the gold, you could have entered a couple ticks lower, which I did. And then I entered it short again. Broke down quickly, started hitting profits, and I took everything off, recognizing that we're running out of time. I actually left a little meat on the bone. Ended up getting right down there to the Gnostic level. So I left about $50 on the table. But I'll tell you what, it goes to show the credibility of these Gnostic levels, how true they are to show us where the markets potentially could go. So I got gold, soybeans, wheat. Not everything was a winner today. We did have a loser in the S&P. Just give me 1 second to get this onto a 5-minute time frame. Here was an example of a loss. As I mentioned earlier, I was buying it into the secondary zone. It got up there right about halfway. It wasn't that much profit. Just trying to get it up to the resistance level, critical resistance. Just didn't have enough. Stock market opened up over here at 9:30. I thought we were going to get a bounce and go higher. Never did. Instead, it fell right back down and went back down to test what? Tested the bull and the bear, broke through the bear. Here's an example why you don't place your stops down here and take more of a punishment on your trades. You got to kill it. If it's not going to give you the pattern, I always say play the pattern. If you're not going to get the pattern, get the heck out of the way. This thing came crashing through, and now it's just been a big tease, a big mess. That I've only had one trade in the stocks, and quite frankly, it looks like the stock market, financials have been the hardest sector to trade today. So showed you guys, the last one I'll show you is currency. For those of you that trade currency, actually got one still on. Oh, we're about to hit a profit target here. That'd be nice, huh? Second profit target in wheat. Let's see if we can get one more tick out of that. Far right, you'll see the Canadian futures. I traded the CAD futures, had this trade working actually ever since I opened up the lab. And you'll see that we broke through at the second level of resistance. So we've got zone 1 right here, zone 2 up here. We broke through with one of those RQ channels again. Got a 25% target, and then it's just kind of falling asleep here. Again, this is because of time. Tea time coming to an end, 11 o'clock. And with a little bit of love, a little bit of Christmas spirit, get one more tick out of this wheat, take that second profit target, and head back to the North Pole for the day. We'll come back in here on Friday. So that's a wrap for the TradeLAB, guys. Thanks for being in, and I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Those of you that celebrate it, those of you that don't, Happy Holidays, and God bless. I'll see you guys back on Friday. Thanks for being with me, EP, and the TradeLAB.